Ah, a nice little pumpkin spice cold brew brown sugar shaken espresso never hurt anybody at 9:30 p.m. while they're recording a YouTube video. Or maybe it did and they decided to have a heart attack and they can't tell us how bad it is. Nevertheless, let's talk about some movies. So it's that time of the year again where Thanksgiving is right around the corner. I got my long sleeves on because even down here in Florida, the weather's starting to get quite nice. And you're about to head to that one family member's house that you guys all agreed to sacrifice for the sake of them cooking you dinner. So cheers to you. Congratulations. You dodged that bullet, you filthy animal. So, in this incredibly joyous and thankful time in which we're surrounded by family and we're supposed to be appreciating everything that it is we're thankful for, I'm going to teach you how to be a little selfish. Because you see, there's always this inevitable moment that always happens on every single holiday. It's when somebody has the great idea to put something on TV. And we all know that if grandma or wine guzzling sad Aunt Amber gets that remote, they're going to put on the Hallmark Channel and you're so instead of letting this happen, I have a plan of attack. See, what we're going to do is we're going to locate that remote. We're going to get low. We're going to pull up our shorts like we're an athlete. We're going to put our elbows out and we're going to be prepared to die for that remote. I don't care what you got to do. Bite some kneecaps, get some ankles, rip out some ACLs. I don't care. We're getting that remote. And if and when we do get that remote, you're going to recommend one of these 10 movies that, in my incredibly humble and highly caffeinated opinion, are one of the best for you to watch this Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to waste any time, and the very first two movies on this list are going to be the absolute classics that any list of the sort should have on them. First one is going to be Planes, Trains, and Automobiles starring John Candy, and the second is going to be a Charlie Brown Christmas movie starring Charlie Brown. Both of these movies are by far some of the most crucial classics for this holiday. I just had to include them on this list. And you don't have to worry about them being too mature for you how to kick your kids out of the room. So it's always a safe bet to play these. For Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, this is going to be for free on Pluto TV and then also on Paramount Plus with a subscription. As it goes for Charlie Brown, The Christmas Story, which is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Thanksgiving one. That's going to be on Apple TV. Now, speaking of the kiddos, if you want a movie that's going to be just for them, I would recommend number 3 on this list, Free Birds. Free Birds is an animated movie from back in the day that surprisingly has quite a star-studded cast and will be sure to give them and some adults in the room a chuckle or two. It is an older animated film, so it does show its age a little bit, so depending on the age of your kid, they might not be that into it, but hey, it's worth a shot because it's for free on Tubi. Okay, and now with those little ungrateful punks out of the way, let's move on to some more mature content that us adults with fully developed prefrontal lobes can enjoy. These next few films are going to be some feel-good stories that hopefully most people can enjoy at least some aspect of them. The first one that I'm going to touch on is going to be The Upside. Now, this is a very underrated Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston film in which it isn't quite a Thanksgiving movie in the way that it has turkey and stuffing plastered all over the poster, but it does match the holiday in being a story that is focused all on the values that this day is supposed to represent. It deals with failure, overcoming obstacles, persistence, and above all, loving those around you. It really delves deep into enjoying the little moments of life and just appreciating where you are in the moment. And I think that's a lesson, regardless of Thanksgiving, that everybody should hear and understand. It's by far one of Kevin Hart's best films and my favorite in the feel-good genre, as I like to call it. If you want to watch this film, this is going to be on Hulu. Now, brief intermission for a little coffee break. Kind of hard out here for a guy without a jawline, dude. Maybe that's why my channel doesn't do well. Need to start mewing. And moving on, but still keeping with the theme of feel-good movies, the next one I'm going to recommend is The Blind Side starring Sandra Bullock. Now, obviously this film had its moment in the social media cancellation spotlight for not being as close or as faithful to the real-life person of Michael Oher as most people would have liked, or specifically himself. He had quite a few gripes as well. But that being said, if we can take a step back and see it for what it is, which basically is a fictional film, then we can really dive into it and enjoy the message that it attempts to tell, because it really is a good one. It's a movie about faith, family, and it has a turkey on the dinner table at some point in the scene, so I figured why not include it in this Thanksgiving roundup. And plus it's about a football player, so football and Thanksgiving, they kind of just go hand in hand, so you just can't go wrong here. But unfortunately, this isn't available on any streaming service, so it's going to run you $3.99 to rent on either Amazon Prime or YouTube Movies. And rounding out this little subcategory of feel-good films, the next one I'm going to bring up is a little film called Chef. Now, much like The Upside, this isn't a traditional Thanksgiving film, but it's a movie about family with a capital F. It has a star-studded cast with Happy from Iron Man himself, RDJ, Scarlett Johansson, and Sofia Vergara. It's basically just the Avengers meets Modern Family. If you're interested, and I highly recommend it, this can be watched for free on Pluto TV. So these last four are going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. We have one comedy, one rom-com, one just rip your heart out and want to go cry in a corner Oscar bait drama, and then a murder mystery, because why not on Thanksgiving? And since these are just kind of all over the board, we're going to go ahead and do these last four in rapid fire style. If you're looking for a gripping and engaging film that's going to keep the entire family locked in and theorizing about what potentially could be happening, then I'd recommend you throwing on Knives Out. You can't really go wrong with this film. It has a little bit of something for everybody, a star-studded cast that most people will recognize, and maybe most importantly, it's on Netflix, which most people have a subscription for in some rhyme or fashion anyway. And moving on, if you're looking for a good couple of laughs and potentially just to have something on in the background as people are walking in and out of the living room, I would recommend Tag. Tag's just a movie about a bunch of grown men playing the game of tag. It's got a fun little family aspect to it. It's just a harmless but funny movie to just put on for the entire family. And this, of course, can be found on Hulu. Now moving on to something maybe a little bit more private, if you or your partner are looking for kind of just a warm, cozy rom-com to get you guys in the loving mood that is, a small aspect of this holiday, then I'd recommend putting on When Harry Met Sally. This is just a classic fall film. It's warm, it's cozy, it hits all the notes that you would want for a Thanksgiving time period. The film does show its age, but nevertheless, it's a cozy fall flick, and you can find it on Paramount Plus. And rounding out this video with the last film on this list, but certainly not the least, this is a absolute cry your heart out. Watch this and really think about what's going on in your life, your purpose, your meaning. It just kind of puts you on your ass a little bit. Of course, I'm talking about The Holdovers. This is a film that will definitely catch you off guard at times. It'll even make you think about things that you might necessarily not want to. So I will give you a little bit of a warning. If you're one of the people that has seasonal depression, or you tend to feel a little bit off on these types of holidays, this film's not going to be for you. This film it's going to get to you. So that being said, and that warning being out there, if you're in the mood for this type of film, maybe you're alone and you just want to get some emotions off your chest, this film can be rented for $3.99 on most streaming platforms, and I have to say it's probably worth the price of admission. So guys, that's going to do it for the 10 best Thanksgiving films that I think you should watch this year. If you guys like this video, please consider dropping a like. It'll send it out to more people, helps the channel, all that good stuff, blah, 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 blah. If you guys have any recommendations yourself about movies that people should watch this Thanksgiving holiday, please drop those in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys watch every year. What is your movie tradition that you guys always put on for this holiday? And of course, if you want to see more videos like this one, if you want to see my movie reviews or my trailer reactions, please consider dropping a sub. I would greatly appreciate that. At time of recording this video, we're at 447 subscribers, a number I never thought I would get to. It makes me so happy, and it's all thanks to you guys, so I appreciate you guys very much. I hope all of you guys have a very happy and warm and just cozy Thanksgiving where you spend time with the people you love and the people you care about. Have fun, be safe, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.